So I got myself a PlayStation 5 Pro and I almost returned it the first day I got it. Here's why. Hello, welcome back to the channel, and if this is your first time, don't forget to like this video up and subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into this video. So I decided to get myself a PlayStation 5 Pro because I was critically bored at home after work and all that. And then aside doing everything, I have a handheld gaming phone which I used to play games, but I wanted to try the console because I've had a PlayStation 4 long ago and I decided to just jump on the PlayStation 5 to see how it's gonna go. After paying $1,155 after taxes for the PlayStation 5 Pro, I brought it home and then I decided to try it out and I had a lot of problems. Already I had a problem ordering it because I tried doing a pickup and then getting it later after it was done, but they kept on declining it. The first day I tried it and it didn't work, so I went to the store, which is like 5 minutes walk from my house, and then I decided to just grab it. I go home and then I turned it on, logged into my Sony account because I already have one, and then I tried downloading some free games to see how things were gonna be. So I tried the Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex Legends, eFootball, Asphalt Legends, and then Astro's Playroom, which is one of the games I really like. You guys need to try it out. And then immediately I was trying to do this simultaneously, trying to download 2 or 3 games at the same time. I saw that my device gave me a notification on my TV telling me that the device is heated, and then it restarted automatically. So it did this like 3 or 4 occasions and I was really worried. I wanted to just go back to Walmart the next day to just return it because it was late at the time I was trying it. So this is what happened. I decided to go online and then check out if people were facing the same issues, and indeed people were facing the same issues when they get this device, right? But there's a little way around it which is going to make it work. So I tried a few things that I saw, which was trying to update a firmware, which I never did. Mostly I do it for even smartphones that I get fresh. I download all the firmwares, make it up to date, because sometimes it would make the phone lag and then it would make the performance very slow. So I did that for the PlayStation 5, and then also checked if I have not connected the device directly to the power source, and indeed I had it connected to the power source. So I took it out and I placed an extension into the power source and then plug in, and it worked perfectly. So one of the key things that I saw was you have to lay the device down, which raised a little bit of concern. So if you're supposed to lay the device down, why did Sony created the device in a way that it has to stand? Because after laying it down, after updating the firmware and then unplugging it and then putting an extension into the power source, I have never faced all these issues again. But this is what I'm thinking. Why should Sony, like I said, why should Sony make it this way if they know the device will generate heat if it stands and all that? I don't really get it, because there's a liquid cooling in the device, and for it to flow, I think the liquid cooling needs to lay down. That's what I think. So after I found out that my device was laying down, I mean, I stand to be corrected. You can state in the comment section if whatever I'm saying isn't true, but after laying it down, I felt that things were better. It never gave me any overheating notice, and then I did all the updates I'm supposed to do and everything works perfectly. I've been using it for the past 3 weeks and I've not seen any issues ever since the first day I had it. So one of the key things I would say you guys would need to do is you should also put the device farther from the walls. It shouldn't be right in front of anything. It should have some space so that the cooling fan in the device will also have space to dissipate some heat from the device, which is pretty much cool. So if you're planning on getting this device, these are the key things you would need to know, and you should always make sure that you are doing all these key things I have stated in this video, which is actually going to help you. It will make things very, very easy and then also comfortable for you. So if you found this video very helpful, don't forget to like this app because I share tech reviews and then tech tips for all smartphones and also applications. Don't forget to like this video app and share with your friends, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.